Podcasting is a creative business that allows us to reach large and small audiences worldwide. It can be an advantageous experience but also a difficult one. You may need help marketing your podcast, finding the right equipment, or figuring out the best ways to grow and maintain your audience. Well, let me introduce you to the Icon Guide, a valuable resource for anyone looking to improve their podcasting game. This guide is packed with tips and tricks on marketing your podcast and ensuring it stands out. We'll cover everything from setting up a functional podcast studio to where you should publish your episodes for maximum effect. I'll also show you some fantastic gadgets that could revolutionize your podcasting process. Whether you're just starting out or already have an episodic library, this guide will help you take control of your podcasting experience, so let's get started. Introduction to podcasts: what and why? Getting into podcasting can be extremely rewarding. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, there's much potential here to share your story, engage with an audience, and build a strong brand. But first things first, what exactly is podcasting? In short, it's creating an audio-based show and releasing it to listeners worldwide. It could be anything from tutorials and interviews to stories and conversations. What makes podcasting unique is that you can establish yourself as an authority in any field by bringing your perspective and insight to the industry. Why should you start a podcast? There are many reasons: establishing yourself as an expert, for starters, but staying on the cutting edge of technology, networking with influencers in your field, or even making relationships with advertisers if you want to turn this into an income stream. Podcasts can also be entertaining and gratifying. It's being able to tell stories on your own terms while connecting with others worldwide. Establishing your podcast presence, platforms and icons. At this game stage, you'll want to choose the platform or platforms that work best for your podcast. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and TuneIn are popular choices. When you've got these set up, add your podcast's branding to each one as an icon. This will connect it with your other social media channels, creating an even stronger brand presence and visibility. Your podcast icon should be a memorable and recognizable logo that will catch attention and stand out while looking professional. Please keep it simple yet powerful, such as a bold typography with a hidden mathematical message or some themed graphics relevant to your show's niche. On the other hand, don't overcomplicate your design, sometimes less is more. Additionally, ensure that both high-resolution and low-resolution versions of the logo can be used when needed. Crafting your podcast brand with icons. Now it's time to craft your podcast brand. There are many ways to do this, but one easy and inexpensive way is by incorporating icons. Icons help creatively bring your brand to life and add a unique touch to your podcast episodes. In addition, the right design and placement can make listening to your podcast more enjoyable and memorable. Here are some of the top benefits of using icons when creating or promoting a podcast. They create a unique visual identity for your podcast. They help break down complex topics in an easily digestible format. They create cohesion across multiple platform visuals, like social media profiles or website headers. They help you stand out from the crowd of other podcasts. They increase engagement from listeners by making content more visually appealing. This can encourage listeners to give feedback through comments and surveys. They create an experience for listeners and connect them to your brand. And you don't need a lot of design knowledge to create great-looking icons. Use templates from platforms like Canva. Creating a podcast studio. If you're trying to create a professional-sounding podcast, Part 4 of this guide is about creating a podcast studio. Of course, just like any other studio, you need some essential elements and cool gadgets to make it shine. Basic elements. Let's start off with the basics that every podcast studio should have. A good quality microphone. A pop filter/windscreen. An audio software program. A quiet space without background noise. Essential soundproofing equipment, such as acoustic foam panels and/or carpets. A comfortable chair for long recording sessions. Access to electricity and an internet connection. Headphones for monitoring your sound quality. Somewhere for guests or co-hosts to sit. Once you have all the basics down, you can add some cool gadgets to make your studio even better. Here are a few recommendations from Amazon. ###cool gadgets. Blue Yeti USB microphone, perfect for podcasts, streaming games, and more. Rode NT USB microphone, ideal for podcasts, voice recordings, interviews, and more. Apogee Mic Plus USB microphone, https.
Ugh.
www.amazon.com/ApogeeMic Plus Micro. Making the most of your gadget options. The hardware and software can be surprisingly affordable if you start with podcasting. And if you're looking for ways to get more from your setup, there are plenty of gadgets on the market to consider. Microphones. A professional-grade microphone is essential if you plan on hosting guests or doing interviews. More significant is only sometimes better for microphones. A compact USB microphone like the Samson Q2U is perfect for solo podcasts, allowing for clear sound without taking up much space in your studio. For podcasts that require a bit of movement, headsets are ideal. But, again, look for options with built-in noise-canceling capability, so your listeners won't miss a beat. My favorite is the Bose Quiet Comfort 35 II. It's comfortable enough to wear all day, blocks background noise, and GI.